It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the Silver and Black, and it comes your way next.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Purdy on first down. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Pickup of 2 here. And that's a 49er first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. He was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So fourth down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Best run games in this league have balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They go play action. Here's Smith. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Running for the marker on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Another carry for him. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun is Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 38. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Running back sent in motion. Into the hands of Kittle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Thomas Morstead on the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
First down, Smith to throw. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's the handoff. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Nick Bosa makes the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Shotgun snap to Smith. As the open man downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's got this down to the 40. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Completed to his running back. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Complete. It's Myers. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Second and 3 now. From the 23. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. He's on the move.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 13-0 lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Here's Purdy to throw. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders are on the move here. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Smith. That's taken in by Tucker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it sets up second down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Pressure comes. He's taken down. The 49ers got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. Third down coming. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. The 49er offense headed out now late in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. First down throw by Purdy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down, ball at the 36. To throw again, it's Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
A final throw before the break. Brought in by Ayuk. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Tyreek McAllister now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lone back gets the handoff. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Here's Smith. He beams one deep right side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd down.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They go play action here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Sending a tight end in motion left. Purdy setting up that play action. Buys time, rolling right. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun is Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Ayuk put in motion left. Purdy throwing here on first. Cut by Jennings. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Smith on 1st down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
First down, ball at the 36. And they send a man in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Complete. It's Myers. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
They've got a man in motion. 1st down, Smith to throw. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Second and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Fred Warner. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Receiver in motion, headed right. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Smith back to throw. Has it down close. And in for the touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. So we're through 3 here. It's 49ers football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Purdy to throw it. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw by Purdy. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 from the 41. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And this one does not go far.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. It's taken in by Juszczyk. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Give him 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 8. Here's Purdy to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
He's got the 1st and 4 past the 40. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch too.
They'll run here on first down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll only find... We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders, well, they can probably just run away and hide. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Plowing up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.